What's up, guys? WWE Fan Tasha here. Today I am bringing you guys something I've never done before. I'm going to do two predictions for WrestleMania. So I'm going to do a early predictions, which is this video, and I'm going to do my final predictions closer to the time of WrestleMania. So I'm basically just going to be making some early predictions and then see if I change my mind later on. But yeah, guys, this is my WrestleMania 35 predictions. I have the card right here. So we are going to start off with the first match. I believe all the matches are on here. If I am missing any of them, I will talk about it in the final predictions video. So starting off with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So I think this is a pretty easy one. I think Braun Strowman's going to be the one to take the win. I know that there is two SNL stars that are going to be in this, Michael Chi or something like that, and then Colin Jost. I don't know how to say that. But anyways, I believe there is going to be some sort of controversy between those two SNL stars and Braun Strowman. But in the end, it only makes sense for Braun Strowman to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, just because if he doesn't, then what is left for Braun Strowman, and might as well just give it to him because he's the monster among men. But yeah, my prediction for that one, I guess, Braun Strowman. Moving on, we have the Cruiserweight Championship match. I am actually really looking forward to this match because I really like Buddy Murphy and I really like Tony Nese. This is the storyline I was hoping they were going to do. A few months back, I was watching Tony Nese and I was thinking he would be a good contender to be, or a good contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, either that or be a good wrestler to defeat Buddy Murphy. And here we are at WrestleMania having Buddy Murphy versus a babyface Tony Nese. And I think that Tony Nese is going to take this one. I believe this is his hometown, I'm not sure, so it only makes sense if he does, because that's where Buddy Murphy won his Cruiserweight Championship. So I think that this is going to be a phenomenal match. I'm glad they're finally turning Tony Nese into a babyface. Somewhat, I believe he is a babyface now, ever since Buddy Murphy turned on him. But yeah, he is the premier athlete, and I can't wait to see Tony Nese as the Cruiserweight champ. Next up, we have the match that is probably the most exciting for WrestleMania, has probably had the most build-up other than the main event, which is the women's match. Triple H versus Batista. If you went a year ago, and if you went a year back and told me that Triple H was going to fight Batista in a no-holds-barred match, I would crap myself, guys. Like, that is a dream match to me. I want to see Triple H defeat Batista. I don't think he's ever defeated him one-on-one, has he? I don't think he has, but Batista, I don't really care. I don't care who wins this match. I prefer Triple H to win this match just because it makes the most sense, and the only way I would be fine with Batista winning is if he was going to wrestle a few more matches in the WWE or something. But since I believe this is going to be his last match for now, I believe Triple H is going to be the one to take the win. No holds barred match. This match should be insane. It should be fun. Should be entertaining. It's going to be, I'm going to be starstruck just because this match is like, I didn't ever think we were going to see Triple H versus Batista again, guys. Let's just put it that way. So my prediction for this one, Triple H. Moving on, we have another match I was really looking forward to, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. This is a match I predicted that was going to happen probably last year, or later months of last year, something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe Royal Rumble as well. I was predicting that Randy Orton was going to start a feud with AJ Styles, and here we have it. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. This is also a dream match. We've seen Randy Orton defeat AJ Styles on SmackDown Live once, and then we saw AJ defeat Orton in a 6-man qualifying match for the WWE title or something like that. Anyways, I'm going to say AJ Styles picks up the win because, number one, he just signed a new contract. Number two, I don't know what Randy Orton's going to be doing after this. Actually, I don't know what either of these guys are going to be doing after this. I don't know what AJ Styles' contract entails for him. I don't know if he's going to be in the title picture I don't know, like, if he's going to be in the title picture anymore, or what's going to happen after this win for him, or if he's going to take a break. So I'm not sure what this entails for AJ Styles or Randy Orton. I don't know either. They're both kind of old. They're not old, but they're older than the regular WWE, than the younger WWE superstars. So, and they both have families and kids and stuff and so on. But anyways, this match is going to be amazing, and it's going to be talked about for years and years and years, just because this is this is just a cool match. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Who would have ever thought we would see AJ Styles versus Randy Orton on the grandest stage of them all? I'm going to predict AJ Styles in this one. Maybe I'll predict Randy Orton later on. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be AJ Styles for my prediction. Next up, guys, we have the WWE Championship match. This match is probably my favorite match on the card. The build-up has just been amazing. The back and forth between, is he going to be the champion, or is he going to have the match at Mania or not? There's been so many obstacles Kofi Kingston's been through. Yeah, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. So many obstacles. Number one, he was at the Elimination Chamber. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. I am glad that Kofi Kingston is fighting Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Good for him. But I believe the spot was originally going to be Mustafa Ali. And as you guys know, I'm a huge Mustafa Ali fan, and I would have loved to see Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. I'm sure Mustafa Ali will get a shot later or win the championship later. I'm totally down for that. But now, let's just enjoy Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. This match is going to be great. I think there's going to be so many different things involved in this match, or there's so many different things that can happen in this match. My first prediction for this is either Daniel Bryan retains clean, and we have an applaud for Kofi Kingston, thank you Kofi, or Kofi Kingston wins clean and celebrates with the New Day, and Daniel Bryan is just, I don't know what they would do with Daniel Bryan after that. Or B, this is the one I hope happens the most. I hope this happens. Kofi Kingston wins the championship. As much as I hate to see Daniel Bryan lose the championship because he is my favorite wrestler, Kofi Kingston wins the championship. New Day comes out, blah, 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 blah. Pick him up on their shoulders. Yeah, he's lifting the title. And all of a sudden they do the whole Batista thing or Triple H thing or whatever that is, where they point their thumb down. Bam! They drop him on his back. They're like, what the heck? No freaking way. Biggie picks him up. Big ending. Xavier just punching him down. They walk out of the MetLife Stadium. Heels, and Kofi Kingston is still the ultimate babyface. I think this would be a great storyline. I think this is what should happen. This right here is what should happen. Everybody's wondering what Xavier Woods would do if the New Day broke up. Because we all know that Big E's, he's world champion quality, and same with Kofi Kingston. I don't know about Xavier Woods. I really like Xavier Woods. I think he's more of a mid-carder. I don't know. That's just like the way he's been booked or whatnot. But here's what I think. If they were to go into a storyline into SummerSlam, Big E versus Kofi, I think that would be a great storyline. Big E is a heel, and his manager is Xavier Woods. So it doesn't mean Xavier Woods needs to wrestle all the time. I mean, we could always have, like, a battleground. We could have Kofi Kingston versus Xavier Woods for the championship or something like that. But yeah, that is something that I think that would be cool. A whole New Day storyline. I think that these guys are big enough to where they could have their own storyline. So I'm pretty excited for that one. I'm going to predict Kofi Kingston out this one just because that's the fan favorite. I can also see Daniel Bryan winning. I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't mind if Daniel Bryan won. I mean, there's other guys that could totally defeat Daniel Bryan for the championship other than Kofi Kingston. But, you know, Kofi Kingston's a good contender to defeat Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. And I would love to see Kofi Kingston finally wear the championship. The question is, though, what championship would he hold? Would he hold this one right here, the one I'm pointing at? Or would he hold the one made out of hemp or whatever that is? Or would he have a brand new championship introduced? That is the question. Hopefully they keep this championship just because I want them to keep this championship. The longer they have this title, the more prestige it's going to add to this design, and more people will remember it later on. But if you keep switching the title design back and forth, it's just going to be a fail. And plus, you're going to have the Universal Championship you'd have to change too. So I wouldn't mind if they changed the strap blue or something like that, but for the most part, keep the plates and everything the same. Let's build the prestige off of this championship. But yeah, for my prediction, Kofi Kingston. You're all probably wondering why this later on into the predictions I don't have a championship for my predictions, because usually I have a championship for that specific match on my shoulder. But I'm going to do that one for the final prediction video just to differentiate between the two. That one is going to be the final one. It's going to be the best one. It is going to be my final predictions for WrestleMania. But yeah, moving on, we have the Universal Championship match. It's so weird, guys. I was just saying that I wasn't really that hyped for WrestleMania, and I'm not too hyped for the show altogether, but there's these particular matches that I'm still very excited for like the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, the Triple H match, the Cruiserweight match. Those 4 matches are all very good and hyped up matches. Brock Lesnar versus the Beastslayer, Seth Rollins. I could see this match going a million different ways. I don't really expect Seth Rollins to win this match just because everybody thought 100%. Everybody's prediction, Roman Reigns is retaining. Hand up to the camera. Roman Reigns is retaining. Nothing else matters. That's what's going to happen. Everybody hated it. Everybody predicted it. And that's what happened last year. But it didn't happen at WrestleMania. No, Brock Lesnar defeated him and retained the championship. And then we had 50 other matches between the two. And I hope that's not what they do. I really hope that Seth Rollins wins the championship and we get a prediction right, because seriously, I'm so mentally done with Brock Lesnar. I love Brock Lesnar as a wrestler, but the whole Universal Championship title reign has just been atrocious, has lacked prestige for the championship. I mean, I guess some people could say that there is a lot of prestige just because it's been on one guy for so long. But seriously, I don't want to, every time I look at the Universal Championship, think of Brock Lesnar. Like, the championship's a nice championship, don't get me wrong. But I don't want to think of Brock Lesnar every time I see it. Like, that's just going to suck, guys. So I'm pretty sure most of you get what I'm trying to say. Seth Rollins, I don't know. I mean, there's so many Seth Rollins fans out there. I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan. I don't see where they could go with this Universal Championship title reign. I mean, it's probably going to be better than Brock Lesnar's just because it's going to be on Monday Night Raw. And hopefully he's on Monday Night Raw every week and they don't pull a Brock Lesnar on him or something like that. But if Brock Lesnar retains, I won't be surprised, all right? I won't be surprised, and I probably won't care just because I'm so numb from this championship reign of Brock Lesnar. If Seth Rollins wins, I'll be on my feet jumping up and down, yay, because I know what's to come. I think it's Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. I've heard a few people talk about it before. I think that would be a great program for Seth Rollins to go into after Mania. If he wins the championship against Drew McIntyre, I think that'd be great. Drew McIntyre doesn't need to win the championship. Either that, I would be more down for this. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. And here's what's cool, guys. I think the first pay-per-view after Mania is Money in the Bank. So they could totally do it, a whole rematch between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. They could do the whole storyline. If you remember when Seth Rollins wanted his championship back and he fought Roman Reigns for the championship, and Seth Rollins regained the championship. I'm not saying Roman Reigns is going to regain the championship, but I think that would be a good match. I think that's something they could definitely do. They could do Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I want to heel Seth Rollins again, guys. I don't know about you. I know you all love babyface Seth Rollins, but there's something about Seth Rollins who it just screams heel. I don't know. Like, I was talking about it with some of my friends the other day, and they were just like listening to his voice, and they said like his voice doesn't match his look. And my other friend said, well, that's because he needs to be a heel, basically. Like, he just seems like a heel. The only reason why he's a babyface is because he's, whole knee injury and all that, and just Monday Night Rollins and all this stuff. But what is the main reason why he's a babyface? It all started with Kevin Owens. There's not like a specific reason why he became babyface from heel. He was a major heel, guys. Everybody hated Seth Rollins in 2015, and then all of a sudden he became babyface, just like out of the blue, I guess. So I don't know about that. I don't really care. I like Seth Rollins babyface and heel. I want to see heel Seth Rollins eventually, though. I think that's something they could do. Heel Seth Rollins babyface Roman, or vice versa. But I'm going to say Seth Rollins to win the Universal Championship. I might predict Brock Lesnar later. I'm not quite sure. We, again, are, a week and a half away, something like that, from WrestleMania. So maybe I'll change my prediction. I don't know. But yeah, Seth Rollins to win his first ever Universal Championship. And then on to the main event of WrestleMania. And I don't think this should be the main event at all, guys. I'm going to watch it. It's not like I'm not going to watch it. But it's the Raw Women's Championship match. Ronda Rousey, who's the current Raw Women's Champion, who I was a fan of, but now I'm not. I don't know. It just switched like that ever since she did her whole interview kayfabe bullcrap, which is all probably part of the storyline, versus Becky Lynch, which is a fan favorite. I'm not the biggest fan. All right. I mean, she's my favorite to win this match, but I'm not the biggest fan of the current Becky Lynch. I like the straight fire Becky Lynch. Versus Charlotte Flair. I hope to God that Charlotte does not win this match. She is the current SmackDown Women's Champion, by the way. That did happen. She defeated Asuka and totally buried her, but whatever. They weren't really doing anything with Asuka, so it's probably best that they keep it on Charlotte. It is a bummer, though, because Asuka was so good in NXT, and something happened in WWE, and it's just nobody's at her level, I guess, so it just makes her look bad. I don't know. Anyways, Raw Women's Championship. For now, I heard that they're going to keep it the Raw Women's Championship and it's going to stay a triple threat. But I'm not sure, guys. I could see this going a million different ways as well. I could see the SmackDown Women's Championship being on the line, and as well as the Raw, and them combining the titles. Or, I don't know, guys. Like, as cool as it would be for them to combine the titles, I don't know, like, how that would work, because I don't know, because then we would only have one women's championship, one women's tag team championship, and then we have two different brands with a bunch of women. And it's like there's only going to be a few superstars feuding over the women's championship, and a couple teams feuding over the tag team championships, and maybe like a side feud that doesn't involve a championship. But what did the rest of the women do? They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't have any opportunity. And it would just be back and forth, and eventually we'd start seeing names dropped from WWE. Therefore, I believe that they should keep the championships separate. Keep them separate. That way, different women get different opportunities. Because face it, if you have all the women on one brand or both brands, then are we ever going to see somebody like Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville take the championship? No, because there's people like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and so on, and Sasha Banks and Bayley and all those names. They wouldn't do that with Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville or Ruby Riott or so on, etc. That's why they need to keep the titles split. They need to keep the SmackDown brand and keep those women there, and keep the Raw brand and keep those women there. I believe this is what's going to happen. Becky Lynch is going to win the championship. It's just point blank. That's what's going to happen. I don't think they're going to combine the titles. I don't think the SmackDown Championship is going to be on the line at WrestleMania. I believe it's still just going to be for the Raw Championship. Their goal is, WWE's goal is to have the Boston Hug Connection, I hate that name by the way, Sasha Banks and Bayley retain the Tag Team Championships in the Fatal 4-Way, and have Becky win the Raw Women's Championship, and then have Charlotte still be SmackDown Women's Champion. That way the 4 horsewomen can all be champions at the same time, and that could build a storyline. I'm not sure what they could do with that. Maybe they could have Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and the 2 other chicks do their 4 horsewomen, and then have all the titles on the line and back and forth or something like that. I think that would be a great storyline. But yeah, guys, those are all my WrestleMania predictions. I don't think I left anything out. If I did, please comment down below. Tell me what you think of my WrestleMania predictions. Tell me if you think the Raw Women's Championship should be the main event. I personally believe it should be Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. That is just a way bigger match in my opinion. And for a while, the Women's Championship match was hyped up, but I feel like it kind of died down for a little bit. I do think that Charlotte Flair winning the championship kind of like revamped the feud, and now I'm a little bit more interested in it. But not really anymore. I'm still more interested in the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship. Heck, I'm more interested in the Tag Team Championship. Anyways, I don't think there's any men's championship, tag team championships on this card. I think we're eventually going to get it. I don't know, guys. If these are the matches I predict are going to be the tag title matches if they happen. Ricochet and Aleister versus their Revival. And then who else is there? Oh yeah, the Usos versus the Hardys versus Sanity versus the New Day versus somebody else. I think that would be great. But yeah, guys, those are my predictions. Comment down below your predictions. Leave in the comments below some videos you want to see in the near future. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.